All right, we got a friend's mid 80s CJ7 here. It's been stranded in Oregon for I think over a year. He lives down in southern Texas now, so we're gonna get it back. We're gonna get it right and back on the road. Definitely needs a good bit of work. So he was out wheeling this, and a motor mount broke. Motor fell, ripped the transmission cross member out of it. So it needs a little bit of work before it can be back on the road. He temp fixed it just to get it over here, but right off the bat, this motor mount here, we're going to need to, I think I'm just going to cut out what he added and then either completely redo the motor mount or I'm not sure yet, but we need to situate that better. The transfer case is held up with a universal kit, but is only barely welded on at the moment. So we need to get that right. Might add off of it and make a transfer case bash cover or something with the tubing bender. It's got no front shocks, so he wants to lower it a little bit because it is pretty tall. So we're gonna get rid of these lift shackles, go back to a normal 4-inch shackle like the YJs have. It's got a front and rear axle out of a Chevy 2500. So it's a Dana 44, 8-lug, and a 14-bolt rear. It doesn't have rear shocks in it either, and I'm not a big fan of this right now. If we add a shock in here, it's going to be almost touching the tire. So I think we need to cut this out, chop it, and push it in to the body a little more. Either that or go inside the frame rails. But we need to get the shackles on, then we can cut that and then actually get the size we need. I've got a few other things to fix here. This door sticks real bad. I guess it's been rolled, so that needs to be addressed. I'm not sure exactly how we're going to address this yet. It's got a gap, pretty good gap at the top right now, but maybe I'll shim that and maybe I can bend this hinge out, bring the door in a little bit. Gauges need some attention. He's got some cheapos in here that are, the tack's pretty laggy. It's an auto, so it doesn't really matter all that much. The steering wheel, he's got an aftermarket deal in here. So we need to build up a mount to actually mount that to the body a bit better. That driver's door, the outside door handle, doesn't even work. We need to figure out a shock situation here. We actually need to mount this top instead of use some C-clamps. He's got a new tank in here that apparently is leaking fuel, so we need to figure out what that's about. He'd like us to figure something out here to make this not look so botched. Let's see what we can figure out. Try and find a new seat, something cheap, maybe a Subaru seat or something. We'll figure that out. It's got no radio in it, so we're going to add a radio and some speakers. Probably just going to go cheap and put some boxes back there. I don't think we're going to bother putting a roll bar set in. Starter engagement's off. We gotta remedy this intake situation. It's just riding on the steering shaft. All right, what else do we got? So we've got some loose bits here. This is frame stiffener, I believe. And that needs to get either welded in, or we need to take a look at that, see what's what. Talked about maybe doing some rock sliders. Oh, and then we also talked, it's an LS swap, but it's got the truck pan in it. You can see how far that hangs down, the oil pan there. We're talking about putting a different oil pan in to increase the ground clearance. Then the last thing we've got is we're going to figure out a rear bumper situation. So should keep us pretty busy.